confirmed that he heard from Charles Grant for the Centre of European Research that officials in the Treasury had deliberately developed a model to show that all options other than staying in the customs union were bad, and that officials intended to use this to influence policy. If this is correct, does he share my view that it goes against the spirit of the Northcote-Trevelyan reforms that underpin our independent civil service?
Yeah.
You take a civil servant and you were to cut them in half, and let's be honest, there's a lot of people, MPs out there who would love to do this. You would get, it's like a stick of rock, you'd see the honesty, objectivity, integrity and partiality. That's the point, you know, we look at the evidence and we go where it is. Now, of course, if you're selling snake oil, you don't like the idea of experts and testing your product. And I think that's what we've got. This backlash against evidence and experts is because they know where the experts will go.
When you're doing the job of Prime Minister, how much is previous experience of ministerial office, how useful is that?
Oh, I found it invaluable. I think you know all the tricks that the departments are going to try to deceive you into doing nothing or doing something that shouldn't be done, because you've seen it from the other side. And although obviously you can become a very good Prime Minister without having any of that background, nevertheless, to know the people involved in both at the permanent secretary level in the civil service and at your ministerial colleagues level is very helpful in getting your own way.
The civil servants have served for 11 out of the last 15 years Labour ministers, yes, both in Whitehall and Downing Street. Don't you think there's a danger that Mrs. Thatcher may find some of them Labour-minded for that reason, just as when you went in with Sir Howard Wilson in 1964, there's Mr. Callaghan arriving at Transport House, yes, you found them then anti-socialist?
Well, yes, in '64 it was a very bad atmosphere. They'd been there 13 years and we were new, and they were mostly, I think, conservative.
You don't think Mrs. Thatcher may find some of the civil servants a bit socialist-minded, state-minded?
She may find a few who are, but
could Mrs. Thatcher rely on her most senior civil servant to be totally candid?
Totally candid. Life is not long enough to get by without some economy with the truth, in the sense that you probably can't say everything that is relevant all the time.